much. Appreciate
Thank you.
It's for my whiskey drinkers. Or Ciroc, or Hennessy, whatever you drink.
Bourbon, scotch, or rye?
I used to spend my nights out in the barroom. Liquor was the only love I've ever known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone.
Hey, welcome back, viewers. It's James Kalm, your half-assed reporter. The guy on the bike. Ouch. Special shout out to our viewers in Liverpool and to the Juan Marsh Foundation in Madrid. We're gonna run in here to DAVID ZWIRNER. And I got a wonderful exhibition we're gonna check out. Late paintings by Joan Mitchell, and the title of the show is I Carry My Landscape Around With Me. Well, we'll come in and do a quick sweep of the installation. Well, I was awestruck when I came in and took my first stroll through, because I think this is the kind of work that has earned Joan Mitchell the highlight or the spotlight of being one of the greatest of the action painters, or maybe late abstract expressionism. This is titled La Seine, 1967. So this is probably one of the oldest of the polyptychs, quadriptychs, is that what they're calling them? One of the themes of the show is that these are all multi-panel paintings. And talk about how Mitchell was one of the few New York School painters that actually kind of explored this theme. And well, they talk about how, although each panel is kind of unique and stands apart as an individual unit, that they actually also kind of work together and support each other in various ways. Yeah, I also like the way that these two outside panels are more congested, and then this intersection, she's got some more open space. It's a nice contrast. And this is from the Governor Nelson A. Rockefeller Empire State Plaza Art Collection. So they're saying that a lot of these works are from the Joan Mitchell Foundation and private collections. It's titled Rivere. It's 110 1/4 by 157 inches. So that's basically about 9 by 13 feet, something like that. This is from 1990. And, well, I said at the beginning that these were the late paintings, and most of them are, but they're saying that the show actually spans 40 years of work. Okay, they don't say when Joan passed away, but I think it was maybe in the mid-90s. Well, I had a lot of insistent requests for a report on this show, and well, I was busy with some other things, but I've probably covered at least 3 or 4 of her other shows, and they've always been popular. So, and I love Joan, love her paintings. So, well, I don't think I could have gotten a better example of her work, especially the monumental work, than this. This is titled Minnesota, 1980. This is 4 panels, 102.5 by 244.25 inches. Well, I was looking at this piece, and I was actually noticing that the 2 panels on the outer edges are actually narrower than the 2 central panels. I don't exactly know what the proportion is, but it's well, maybe almost half as wide. But these are some of the interesting elements that you could work with if you're thinking about panels and how you would break up your compositions. I think another interesting thing about this particular painting is the way that she's playing off her kind of thinned out, more washy kinds of planes of color against her more signature chunky style of paint handling. So it's kind of unusual. She's using a lot of black in this one. Sun title 1972. (76 by 89). I like the way that she's gone in and painted out this one edge with gone back to the white. Oh, and these browns are They're gorgeous. You don't know whether they're going into the burnt sienna or the alizarin crimson there. This is a beautiful little study. Untitled, 1974-75. So I've got 3 panels. This is 8 5/8 by 19 1/8. So they're probably about 8 by 6 inches, something like that. And I thought this was kind of interesting because she's actually got some large areas of brown. Dark umber maybe going into some Mars black. It's a gem. Let's go into the back gallery. Sunflowers, 1990-1991, oil on canvas 110 by 157. So this is about 9 by 13 feet, something like that. So this is some of the late work. And she really is making a statement about the sweeping gesture, the freedom of the arm and the brush stroke. And these pieces are all pretty much overwhelming when you get up to them and realize how massive these are. And as I understand it, Joan was not a big person, so yeah, these are very ambitious. Okay, this one is a real monster. This is Adrita Fried, oil on canvas, 116 by 299. Well, Joan was a big part of the second wave of the New York school, so that's kind of a group of artists that came after the initial abstract expressionists, so after people like Pollock, Still, Rothko, and Gottlieb. And she was more, I guess, a part of the 10th Street School. So she, Philip Guston, maybe Grace Hardigan. As a matter of fact, I just got the 9th Street Women's book I'm going to be delving into. What I was getting at is that I think probably she got some success and at some point relocated to France. And of course, she was a big fan of Monet. And I was looking at this piece and thinking, this makes me think of a lot of the massive water lily pieces that Monet did at the end of his career, probably about 60 or 70 years before Joan got there and started working like this. And I think Joan has got some great technical prowess in the way that she's able to keep her colors clean. Oh gosh, some of this almost looks like a footprint. Oh, and there's a lot of scraping in there I can see too. This is Row Row, 1981, 110 by 157. And while I was thinking, I saw Joan Mitchell show at the Whitney probably 18 years ago, something like that, and they featured some of these pieces. And yeah, I always called these late works with a lot of the rectangular conglomerations, the hedge pieces. And they had a whole selection of them, but I would have to say that this is a pretty nice grouping of these massive works. Okay, let's look at this. I believe this is the last piece in the show and also the most recent. This is from 1992, untitled. 102 by 157 inches. And in many ways, this captures a lot of Joan's signature styles, signature strokes. I was also thinking there's a kind of a an echo in this kind of free, whole arm scribbling, stroking things that Cy Twombly got a lot of recognition for, but I think Joan was doing this, well, either earlier or at least contemporaneously with him. And again, the fantastic pure colors and wonderful gestures. James Kalm reporting on Joan Mitchell. I carry my landscapes around with me here at David Zwirner. You can like this, subscribe and share, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, and criticisms below. All we ask is that you say, thank you, Kate.
Tennessee whiskey, baby. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. No, no.
That was great. What's your name?
Diahann.
Diahann, do you have a last name?
Taylor.
Diahann Taylor.
Yeah.